Hi everyone, thank you so much for your patience. It's been a little while since I've uploaded anything, or at least that's how it feels anyway, which wasn't my intention at all, but it was one of those situations where life just happens and you're busy, and before you can blink you've just not managed to do any of the things that you necessarily wanted to do. So I apologise. Thank you so much for your patience and your continued support. It does, as always, mean the world to me. Right now I'm filming this on Sunday the 5th of August, so in theory I will be editing this and uploading it today. So happy Sunday the 5th of August to you. Today's video has taken me a lot longer to go live than I would have liked, and I really do apologise for that. It's not at all what I wanted to happen at all. But without any further ado, let's get in the TARDIS and go back to the 1st of June. Hi everyone, happy Friday the 1st of June. Oh, you're coming to say hello as well, aren't you? I don't think I have filmed like this before. In the lounge, which is still blue for the moment, won't be blue for much longer, will it? No. And this sofa that I'm sat on, I also won't be sat on for much longer because I'm sure, yes, I did.
There are no sofas.
Yes, I mentioned it in one of my highlights videos. Would that have been April? I guess it probably would have been. That these are just temporary sofas borrowed from my husband's work. Our new sofas are finally ready. They're coming today. It's taken about 13 weeks or something. It's been forever since we ordered them. Is your hay fever bothering you?
No, it isn't. I'm tired.
Oh, okay. I don't know how you're tired because you slept a super long time last night, didn't you? We both did. We both didn't wake up until it was gone 7 o'clock, wasn't it? Which was nice. And we both kind of looked at each other and we were like, yes, that was a good sleep. So, yeah, these brown leather things will be gone, and replacing them will be nice new dark grey fabric sofas, which is not ultimately, I guess, what we want to end up with, but we've gone with something that was affordable and quite a dark colour because of him, and yeah, if anything goes wrong with them then hopefully stuff shouldn't show up. So yeah, hopefully they should be here in a couple of hours time. So today I've just been tidying, had some food shopping delivered, which I've just been spending ages trying to put away because apparently we have a lot of food in the house, and yeah, just been trying to like jigsaw everything away. So we're well stocked for a little while, which is a nice feeling, because I don't know if any of you watching this are a typical Cancerian like I am, but there are two things that just make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. One of them is my home. So actually having a home that I can call my own and make it how I want to is a really big deal. Hello, Winnie Pooh. And then the second thing is just having a really well-stocked kitchen. So lots of food, lots of drink, all sorts, because I think as a Cancerian, typically we like to kind of look after people and make sure they're well fed and watered. So I'm in a very happy place right now. It's looking pretty miserable outside. It's looking like it's going to rain soon, isn't it? I think it's due to rain for literally the rest of the day at some point. And the window cleaner is supposed to be coming today, so I'm not sure if he's going to make it now. We've not had the windows cleaned yet since we got here, and they're not looking too bad, but I think they could look better. They could do with a clean. So yeah, this is basically my Friday, how it's panning out at the moment. And you're still on half term, aren't you? Although Monday is also a non-pupil day, so you're not actually back to preschool until Tuesday. and then it's just literally one more term, and then he's off for the, I know, he's hung Winnie Pooh off part of the tripod. Yeah, he's off for the summer holidays, and then you start school, don't you?
Yeah! Yeah!
Are you excited?
Yeah.
We need to get your uniform and some new shoes. Yeah. It's going to be brilliant, isn't it? I do love this lamp, by the way. I don't know if I've shown it to you already. I'm planning on...
A new lamp.
It is new, isn't it? Yeah, we got 2. Where did we get it from? Do you remember the name of the shop? It had a funny name, didn't it?
IKEA.
Yes. So at some point I'm going to be doing an IKEA haul video, so it's a bit of a spoiler there, but I've already positioned a lot of things that we bought, so I think it's going to be a haul video. Stop messing with the camera, you. I think it's going to be a haul video in terms of, I'm being directed at the moment by Alex and Winnie the Pooh, which is slightly off-putting. Yes, I will be doing an IKEA haul video, but it'll be a little bit different to types that I've seen elsewhere, because I've already positioned everything. So I'll probably be just taking you around the house and showing you where I've put stuff and what I make of it. But we have been to IKEA twice already. My husband's probably going to be going up tomorrow on his own first thing to pick up your new bed, because that's still one of the things on the list to get. So yeah, there's been quite a lot of activity for the fact that we've been here, what is it now, like 5 weeks or something? And it's nearing lunchtime, so I think we better wrap this up here and get some lunch, shall we?
Get some lunch now.
You hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are hungry, aren't you?
Hungry.
You're really hungry? What would you like for your
lunch? And Winnie Pooh's very hungry.
Oh, what's Winnie Pooh going to have for lunch?
My Crispies.
He's going to eat your crisps? Oh, okay.
Because he likes Crispies.
Does he?
And he likes everything on my lunch.
Does he?
Ham.
You going to share it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. You are going to hurt yourself in a minute.
No, Winnie Pooh likes it.
Oh, first thing we need to do though before we have lunch is need to run the hoover around, because the carpet's looking a bit of a state. Basically, we've come in here and this is a wonderful shell of a house. Leave the camera alone. That was a naughty laugh. This is a great shell of a home, but we kind of have come in and actually just want to change lots of things now. And the kitchen is definitely on the to-do list of things to get sorted, because it's a nice kitchen, don't get me wrong, but I think in terms of what we want and how we want things to be laid out and stuff, I just think it all needs to be changed. So yeah, the kitchen is one of the things that we want to change as soon as we can, really. And having looked at IKEA's kitchen, we're probably going to be going down the IKEA kitchen route, just purely because, like anything IKEA, it seems to be really well made but affordable, and actually the price for them to install it is really quite reasonable as well. When we first had a kitchen quote in our old place from one of these kind of big home stores, I think it was Homebase or something, I'm sure the kitchen, all the units and stuff, was about 7,000. And then they wanted another 7,000 to fit it. Because basically, however much the kitchen cost, they just put the same price on again for it to be fitted, which we just thought was absolutely nuts. So we ended up buying all our own units and then having someone else fit it. And we learnt a lot in the process of having that kitchen put into our old house. So we'd quite like an expert to come in, have a look at the layout and how to basically maximise storage, because that's one thing we've really struggled with. So I think you can pay, I think it's about £40 to have someone from IKEA come to your home. It's a couple of hours and they kind of design your kitchen. And I really like the idea of that, because a kitchen is an expensive investment, so you may as well spend a bit of money in the design part of it to really make sure that you're getting the design that's perfect for you, because we did use a kitchen designer last time and it did come out pretty okay for what we wanted, but this time we really want to nail the design and make sure we're really maximising all the space that we've got, basically. Anyway, I kind of feel like that was an advert for IKEA then, and it certainly was not. I have been trying to get in there to film, and to be fair, yes, I've been in IKEA twice now. I've not had permission to film either of those times. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that footage. I might try and sneak some of it into one of my highlights videos, because I'm guessing if I was to put up an IKEA specific video, then they're more likely to look at that. It's really frustrating because I've been talking to IKEA about this for weeks, and I'm supposed to give them notice of the actual day that I want to go in and film, and when I did, they said that I didn't give them enough notice. So it's frustrating because there was nothing wrong with IKEA when we were there. I understand they want to protect their image or whatever it is that they want to do, but I found it pretty frustrating, to be honest. Anyway, I'm sure I will get that footage out to you guys somehow, and I'm going to go run the hoover around now before our new sofas arrive and then make some lunch. That was exciting, wasn't it? Anyway, I hope you're really well. Happy 1st of June. It's not the nicest weather for us, so I hope it's been a bit better for you guys. And I will see you again, maybe later on, when the new sofas have arrived. So the new sofas are in. Would you like to see them? Yes, of course you would. I'm assuming that's what you're saying anyway. It is still Friday the 1st, it's around dinner time, but I thought I would just quickly show you what they look like because I'm actually really pleased. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to be staying where they are, but for the minute I am really happy. I've had quite a bit of a tidy and rejig of stuff, and hopefully my husband will like it. So this is the biggest sofa of the two, and here's a little sneaky hint of some IKEA related stuff. And we went for a really dark fabric sofa. This is grey. Hopefully that's picking up well on camera, mainly because of that creature there. Yes, you. Just in case things get mucky, it will hopefully be easier to disguise with the darker sofa, and I'm actually really quite liking it with the blue wall. It's just a shame that I did actually start to paint, but never mind. And then this is the smaller of the two sofas. So I think the larger is a 2.5 seater, this is a 2-seater, and I've just repositioned things around, I've moved things around a bit. It's still not perfect, but I'm getting there. And that's what the legs are like sort of thin wood effect legs, which if we wanted to, we could actually store some stuff underneath. So yeah, a lot better than what we had before, and so much more comfortable as well. Hi everyone. Wow, I look really pale. I'm wearing different foundation today, and I thought it looked okay, but I don't know. Maybe it'll come across fine when I view this footage back. Welcome to the slightly changed lounge. I will turn you around in a sec and show you what's a little bit different. That's the washing machine, if you just heard that. It is Wednesday the 6th of June today. I don't think I've done that much vloggy stuff yet this month, just purely because it just seems to have been so busy. The weekends, busy. Work days, busy. It's just busy, which is great because we're getting a lot of stuff done, but it's not great for you guys, so I apologise about that. But I will quickly turn you around and just show you a few new things. Can't remember if I showed you these cushions that we got from IKEA to go with our new sofas. But yeah, we got these cushions from IKEA. They are stripy one side so you could have it looking like that if you wanted to, but we really liked the pattern side. So we've got some cushions. These are the lac, it's actually a TV kind of cabinety thingy, but I had this idea that it would work quite well hidden down the side of the sofa to put, you know, your coffee on or whatever. There's a little hidden storage bit underneath. We've got a lamp on there and a plant. So that's actually worked quite well. I'm quite pleased with how that's worked out. This is my husband's sofa, by the way. This is my sofa. And I usually sort of plonk myself down the end here. So then I've got another one of these little TV bench thingies because I just quite liked how slim they are and the fact that you've got this little shelf. So I've got my nail stuff underneath there because I do my nails quite often. And then I've got an extension lead running around the back for my iPhone charger, which I think I've got hidden underneath in yeah, an extension jobby thingy. So yeah, there's just a couple of new bits. I don't think there's much else new stuff going on. Alex's toys can now be finally taken upstairs because his room has probably transformed the most recently, and I'll show you that later on. But yeah, we're now in a position to actually move a lot of his toys upstairs, which is great. We can basically stop this from looking like some kind of Toys R Us situation and instead make it look like a lovely peaceful setting to chill and watch TV or whatever. So yeah, really pleased with how this is coming together, and it does actually go really nicely with the blue walls even though we're not going to be keeping them. So yeah, there's a quick little update for you. I have got so much to do today. I've written myself a list. So it was my short week at work this week. I've only worked Monday, Tuesday, although to be fair, I've only done 2 days for the last 3 weeks because of how it fell with the bank holiday, which has been great. But on the one hand, it's been really busy at work and I felt quite swamped, to the point that yesterday I was walking around the town on my lunch break feeling a bit down about it all, which is ridiculous when I look back on it. But at the time, I was feeling a bit rubbish about everything because I was just feeling very swamped and like I was being a bit useless, even though I don't feel like I have been, because I leave at the end of the day having accomplished quite a lot, or at least that's how it feels anyway. So yeah, it's been crazy busy at work the last couple of weeks, and then at home there's not much let up either because there's so much to do here, because I'm having to catch up on just general adulting stuff, or you know, sorting out all of the stuff that we've bought. There's always something to do. And then YouTube has majorly been on the back burner. I have hardly had a chance to look at it at all, which is why no video went up last weekend, just purely because I didn't have time to edit anything. I had footage, but I had no chance to edit it at all. And by the time the evening comes around and the boy's in bed, I just want to sit down with my husband, have a bit of a chill out, watch something together, and then I'm literally going to bed. So my evening time is pretty precious at the moment, and I didn't really want to put YouTube in the frame of that, because that's what I used to have to do. I used to have to edit in the evening, which is fine up to a point, but I think it's important to strike a good balance in your life, and I do feel like I'm juggling about a million different things at the moment. Anyway, gosh, I am waffling majorly, so I'm going to try and catch up with some YouTubey stuff. I've got loads of editing to do, but I do have lots of other stuff to do as well. So yeah, it's all really crazy at the moment. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Hi everyone, it is Thursday the 7th of June and I have just had quite the fright, which is ridiculous. I'm currently dealing with a situation with our fuse box because I was editing a video. As you know, I've got a lot of editing to do to catch up on, and I thought, right, I'll stop and have a break for lunch in a minute, and bang, one of the switches, well actually no, 2 of the switches went down. So I was like, that's okay, it's bound to be something silly. It literally just went the other day, actually. That turned out to be a light upstairs had gone in the bathroom. So I had a look at the panel and it said it was to do with the sockets, and I thought, okay, so that's probably my husband now, because he's very helpful, very reassuring. I seriously panicked because I didn't know what the hell to do. He says, oh, it's all sorted now. Well, we shall see about that, because at the moment I am going through a process of elimination, of switching stuff back on and basically waiting for it to trip again. Although it did just a minute ago. I think it's actually the dishwasher, because all I had on at the time that it originally went is the computer and the dishwasher, although obviously everything else is plugged in. So I've sorted out all the sockets in the lounge, got the internet back up. To be fair, that was probably my main panic, because I thought, I've not eaten, it's lunchtime, I've delayed eating because I'm editing, and now this has just happened. So I'm kind of cranky, hungry, not had the world's most productive morning, and it is, oh yeah, none of the clocks are right because of the fact that the power went. Is it 12:30 now? Yes, it's 12:30 now. So I'm getting a little bit hangry. So I have left the dishwasher switched off, and I'm just basically going around everything else and one by one switching it back on. Although in fairness, the isolation point I have just switched on. I have no idea what that is the isolation point for. It's not the fridge. Oh, the joys of living somewhere different and having to figure stuff out. We've been here like, I think it's 7 weeks now, and we've had quite the catalogue of stuff happen here. We have got screaming taps. We have got an issue with the boiler. The boiler and the heating cannot be on at the same time. Oh, we've got a leak in the dining room. Let me show you. So yeah, you can just see that there. That is the toilet up in the main bathroom that's leaking, which when we asked them about when we moved in, because we noticed straight away there was a damp patch on the ceiling, and they were like, oh, that happened years ago, and we just didn't decorate over it. And I just thought, I'm not sure about that. And they reckon they checked it all out, they couldn't find an issue or anything. The surveyor didn't notice any mark on the ceiling, and then basically yeah, more water started to come through, and it's the waste pipe for the toilet. My husband worked that out by just basically putting a flannel down behind the toilet where the waste pipe is, and the following morning it was wet. So in my head I was panicking, thinking, oh my goodness, is it something to do with, there's a socket down behind that, has water got in there? And I started to panic, basically. I'm not much of a panicker. Well, I didn't think I was, but apparently I am a bit of a panicker. I'm going to switch something else on now, because I've been chatting a while and nothing's tripped. I'm switching all these isolation points off, and I have no idea what they actually do, which isn't massively helpful, really. I can't believe the dishwasher fuse is gone, because I said to my husband, I don't understand, if it's the dishwasher, why is the dishwasher still coming on if the fuse is gone? And he sort of was like, lol, it will still work. I don't know. I've had a mum to know about this kind of stuff, and it just made me think that I need to understand some of this stuff, apparently, because when I'm home on my own like I am now, and I'm hangry, I need some life skills, basically, I think. I don't know if any of you are really good with this kind of stuff. I have worked with electrics before. An ex-boyfriend of mine who kind of completely gutted his old house, I put all of his uplighters, so like this kind of situation, I did all of the wiring for that in the kitchen, and I also did all of the wiring for the sockets, but apparently I can't remember any of this because it was about 20 years ago. So basically everything his dad taught me about electricity has just fallen out of my head and been replaced with other vital information to my life, like, I don't know, what foundations I like or something equally unhelpful. Well, that's not that unhelpful actually, but you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? I need to put some better knowledge in my head. Right, let's turn the fridge back on. I think that this is the fridge. It sounds like that was the fridge turning on. Yay! Can't do without that. This was another suspect for me with the fuse box, so we will see, because this is a built-in fridge freezer that was obviously here when we moved in, and it's got, you probably can't see, I don't know, there's cracks in the back of it, which I don't think is ever really a good sign for a fridge, to be honest, and it keeps randomly freezing stuff, so this does need to be replaced at some point, but to be honest, we need to redo the entire kitchen because it's just not the best layout, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before. So we'll give this a minute and see if that does anything. Is that the last thing I need to switch on in here? I think it is actually. So at least I can make some dinner today. That's good. I've got the microwave, I've got the oven, I've got the kettle to make myself a cup of tea. I just have no dishwasher. Why couldn't it have finished its cycle before it decided to blow a fuse? It didn't have very long left either. Right, I think it's safe to say it was the dishwasher because everything else is switched on and it's not blown up yet. I think I can breathe a little sigh of relief. I think we're okay. Don't want to speak too soon. I'm going to make myself some lunch before something else decides to blow up, so I will catch you later. So I'm just sorting myself out some lunch and the postie arrived, and I just thought I'd quickly show you some of the stuff that he brought with him. So today's exciting adulting task will be to thin down all of this paperwork and somehow fit it into these different coloured folders, because I want to get a bit more organised with paperwork and make it easier to find things, because we gave up trying to find a filing cabinet and instead, yes, it's from IKEA, we got this chest of drawers, which has actually got really nice deep drawers. It's not quite finished yet. My husband just needs to sort the back of it out. Honestly, he is the flat pack master. He's put pretty much everything together. The complicated stuff anyway. He did the dressing table and this and some of the other complicated-y stuff. But yeah, it's looking like I should be able to fit quite a lot in here, because filing cabinets are just quite tricky to find and they're expensive, and this was £35, so it seemed like a great price. So I'm going to get rid of this one, probably put it upstairs somewhere in the spare room, move that one down to there, put the printer on top, although actually, because it's the same height, maybe have the printer, I don't know, going a slightly different way, because that is quite a long desk, although we do need to take the glass off because of the fact that the mouse doesn't work, which is why I've got the mouse rested on a bit of paper at the moment. So yes, that will be my boring task for some point today, is sorting through all of that. Yay to adulting. Hi everyone, it is Friday is it the 8th? I think it's the 8th, yeah. Friday the 8th of June, and I'm not feeling in the best mood today. In fairness, I wasn't in the best mood yesterday either. But I just kind of feel like everything's going a bit wrong, and it's getting me down a little bit. So I would have shown you guys yesterday my attempts to solve our electrical issues in the house, and yeah, did not manage to resolve that. Then my husband came home and we tried a few more things, and we were pretty confident that the dishwasher heating element was at fault, because I'm so sick of my hay fever right now. Yeah, we're pretty certain it was something to do with the heating element, because when the dishwasher was working, it was working on the soak program because that's a cold program. Anytime we changed it to something involving the water needing to be heated up, that's when it would trip the electrics. So we were like, okay, we're pretty sure there's something wrong with the dishwasher, even though it's only just over a year old. So that was all fine. And then my husband went out to walk the dog. I put Alex to bed, came downstairs, usual routine of making a cup of tea. And I went to boil the kettle and it tripped the electrics. And I was like, what? This is obviously a different socket, but it's within the same region as where the dishwasher is. So I was like, okay, that's a bit worrying. So I flicked the switch back in the main consumer unit, and then I went to boil it again, just in case it was kind of one of those weirdy freaky things, and it tripped the electrics again. So I was like, okay. So I flicked the switch again, moved the kettle to a different point in the kitchen to try a different socket, and it worked fine. So my husband and I are kind of looking at each other, scratching our heads a little bit, thinking, what the hell is going on? Because we thought this was going to be fairly straightforward, with it just being a case of getting a dishwasher engineer out, but we're not so sure now. So fast forward to today, I have booked an engineer to come out to have a look at the dishwasher on Tuesday. Luckily, my husband is off work Monday, Tuesday next week. He's taken a couple of days off. So he will be here to meet the engineer because it's my long week at work next week. And I have just come back this morning because one thing we were worried about is another appliance within that realm of the kitchen is the washing machine. And I thought, I don't think I can cope if literally everything is going to pack up on me. And we very tentatively tested the washing machine this morning and it went through the whole cycle absolutely fine. So that was a relief. At this point, we still hadn't tried the kettle back in its original spot. Oh, and one detail I forgot to mention last night is, I don't know whether it's because of the dishwasher tripping the electrics multiple times whilst we try different things, but now the dishwasher won't even turn on. So it's lucky we managed to put it on a cycle which drained it, because yeah, it won't even power on now at all, and we've tried plugging it into different sockets and all sorts. So yeah, it's a bit of a worry. Good job we've got the engineer coming out. So I've just come back from preschool this morning. I've just picked up some more hay fever stuff from the pharmacy because, oh, my hay fever is absolutely driving me nuts. I don't know if anyone else suffers with hay fever, but I am utterly fed up. And I was trying to edit, when all of the electrics went out yesterday, I was trying to edit my May highlights, and I haven't got to the point yet when my hay fever actually kicks in, because I've not mentioned it or anything. And it's not even like I've had the symptoms that long, but they're so aggressive. It's just really, really getting me down. And I know how ridiculous that sounds. There are people that suffer way worse than I do, but I'm literally waking up and I just want to scratch my face off. My nose is itching, my eyes are itching. It's making me feel really rubbish. It's affecting my sleep. It's affecting my skin condition on my hands, because that can be exacerbated by allergens. So my hands were starting to heal and get a bit better, and then suddenly they'll just start itching like I can't even describe how bad it is. It's just that cycle again of putting all of my medicated hand cream on and stuff, and just trying to get them back to normal again. And it just feels like everything is on top of me at the moment, and I'm really struggling. And then the last thing I needed was stuff going wrong here as well, and not really knowing what to do and what the problem is, because we've had other issues as well with, you know, we've had a list of issues and we've only been here 7 weeks. You know, I just want to be able to relax and not worry about what the next thing is that's going to happen. And to add particular insult to injury about the dishwasher thing, because of the fact that I suffer really badly with my hands, I, you know, struggle to clean and stuff because I don't really like getting my hands wet if I can help it. I can use rubber gloves, of course, but then my hands get hot and it doesn't, I mean, it does kind of help, but not really at the same time. So it's just all very frustrating. Sorry about this. I thought it might happen. I just feel so fed up. And literally, I can't even remember when. It was only the other day. I felt on top of the world. I felt amazing. So, so happy. I am still happy. I think it's just all this stuff that's happened recently. You know, it just feels like it's one thing after another, after another, after another. I think because of my health and my, you know, my skin and my hay fever and stuff, that has just made things feel infinitely worse. And there's a stack of dishes to do in the kitchen. Oh boy, life. You know, I've always said to you guys that I do try to be honest and not sugarcoat stuff, so you can see just genuinely how things are, you know, because I want you to understand stuff that's going on in my life, you know, to give things context. Anyway, I've got a lot of housework to do. I have got deliveries coming today. I've got a mountain of editing to do because when the electrics kept going out yesterday, I thought there's just no point in switching the computer back on again because I don't want to mess up my computer. That would be an absolute nightmare because I can't afford to replace it. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm feeling a bit better for having had that cry. If anything, it's helped my eyes not be quite so itchy as they were. But I will catch up with you guys later, hopefully when I'm a bit more cheery and I have something nice to talk about instead of adulting rubbish that can just get you down. So yes, if you are going through any of the similar stuff that I have mentioned, then you have my sympathies, because life can be quite hard at times. And I know in the grand scheme of things, the stuff that I've talked about really isn't that big a deal. But I think when it all happens at once and it gets on top of you, it feels like it's a lot worse than it actually is. So I think I need to just take a breath, take a step back, get some perspective, eat something sugary, even though I shouldn't, and I'm sure I'll feel much better. So anyway, I will catch you guys later.